So for the record, my name, Octavio Muniz Jr., but you know that. You know that. You want to be funny? You're not funny. In fact, you're disrespectful. But regardless, you want to talk about Cinco de Mayo? Let's talk about Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, I pulled a permit. I pulled a permit in two business names. Mine, Pahokio Shaved Ice, and Tacos Callejeros, the person that leases your property. Now, most places in the world, if there's a formal lease and the property is leased to someone, they don't need the business owner's permission. But even then, I asked Fabian, I'm like, hey, cuz, do I need to talk to Johnny? And he says, no, Johnny's cool. I leased this property. Okay, we went with that. I have no problem pulling permits. It's my understanding that if you want to have an event, you need a permit. So I went to the office. I pulled a permit. The city of Pahokee has very strict guidelines when it comes to throwing an event. So I needed signatures from the city manager. I needed signatures from code enforcement. I needed signatures from PBSO, and I needed signatures from the fire department. And believe it or not, none of that was a problem. Ms. Adams, who was the acting city manager, had no issues helping me. Mrs. Dean, no issues. PBSO, we have, a lot of friends at PBSO, and they were glad to help us get that permit signed. And, Captain Batchelor had no issue signing it because we weren't doing anything wrong. Okay. All of our paperwork was pretty much turned in. Miss Polanco asked you what you thought about the event, and you got upset. And Miss Polanco actually called me after that happened. And she told me, look, Davi, Johnny said he didn't know and that he wasn't okay with you having the event there. When that happened, I reached out to Fabian, who rents the property from you. And he was like, I'll talk to him. And I asked Fabian, you sure I shouldn't call him? I don't have a problem calling him. I mean, as far as I knew, I didn't have a problem with you. Okay. Didn't go through. I asked him. He's like, look, Johnny's acting funny. So I said, you know what? I'll call him. And I called you. I called you, and I'm like, hello. And you were extremely rude. Okay, whatever. I asked you if I could use it. You go on to tell me about how you throw all these lowrider shows and so many people with lowriders. And I mean, bro, I didn't care. I listened to you, but I didn't care. Whatever. You tell me that you didn't know that I was going to pull the permit, that if you would have knew that I was going to pull it, that I would have known from the beginning that it was a no. If Fabian would have pulled it, you didn't have a problem. And I tell you, look, it's me and Fabian on the permit. And you said, well, yeah, Fabian is cool. He could be there. He's like, but I might have to charge you for you to be there. And I asked you how much. And you said you didn't know. Now, that's the same as saying you don't want me there. That's not a lie. Because if you would have, no real business person will ever take a call and not already know what they're trying to accomplish. And it'd be crazy for me to believe that you didn't have a number in your head. But at the same time, I guess you're not about real business. But regardless, we're going to keep going. You said, because it's you, I might have to charge you. And I said, how much? You said you didn't know. At that point, I announced that the event was canceled. I made a post. The property owner did not want us to use his location. And I didn't tag you. I didn't put your info out there. I didn't do anything like that. So the property owner was not okay with us having it. Of course, people found out. Pahokee's very small. People knew where the property was. They knew who it belonged to. So yeah, people came looking for you. They're asking you, why were you stopping Cinco de Mayo? At that point, it was just easy to say that I was doing stuff behind your back. When the reality was you knew we weren't going to charge anybody. I see you're saying that I was trying to charge people fees. Who was there besides me and Fabian? Who was there? That we were trying to have a live band? Yeah, it's Cinco de Mayo. Mariachis. Mariachis are expensive. They're $700 for an hour. You probably don't know that either. You probably never had to get one. I've got them. I got them all the time. So yeah, that's what they cost. But it's okay. You didn't want it there, whatever. Then you go to Miss Adams, the city manager, and you tell her that I'm defaming you and I'm telling people in the community that you're not letting me use your piece of property. And why do I have to lie to protect you? If you don't want me there, why do I have to lie to help you? What should I have said? Oh, well, we changed our mind? No. And you know what Miss Jonglin Adams told you to do? She told you that it would be in your best interest to allow us to have that there. And that's why we had it there. You went on to say, oh, I need to be held harmless. Of course you're going to be held harmless. What do you think this is? So yeah, Ms. Adams pretty much told you it'd be in your best interest to let us use it. And you did. And you were upset about it. I know you were upset because you didn't go. You know, maybe you drove around. Maybe you're on the outskirts, but you didn't go. Ms. Bowling went. Ms. Bowling went and she said, man, this is a really nice event. I'm glad you guys were able to do it. Not sure what was holding it back, but I'm glad it happened. That was Ms. Bowling. You know, Commissioner Mervin was there. She was super excited to be there. Now super happy to have her there too. You know, the people that were there were super happy to celebrate with us. You know, they got quality items. They got some really good street tacos. They got some really good shaved ice. And we brought out a lot of people together. People who've been locked in their homes, you know, for a year already with COVID. You know, people who, you know, don't always congregate or come around together. We're together. But you don't see that. All you see is, I want to be in charge. I want to be a boss. That's not the way that happens. You know, if there's anything that I ever try to do is promote community. Because I love where I'm from. And I give back a lot. You know? I mean, I guess you can't say the same. You had a piece of property you don't want to share with the residents because of your ego. But it is what it is, man. We're not the same person. We're not cut from the same cloth. I ain't mad at you. But I will ask you to show some respect when you bring me up. Or at least let me be there. So you can say it when I'm there. And allow me to say something back. Anyway. Good luck.